Today we'll recap a 2021 Irish psychological horror film named You Are Not My Mother, written and directed by Kate Dolan. In a North Dublin housing estate, Char's mother goes missing. When she returns, Char is determined to uncover the truth of her disappearance and unearth the dark secrets of her family. Kindly remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. At the beginning of the movie, we see a child on a deserted road. Then an old woman takes the child to the forest, and here it seemed as if she was doing some kind of ritual. She sets fire there, after which we hear the cry of the child. Next, we see a young girl named Char who was getting ready for school. She was getting late for school, so she asks her granny Rita for a lift. But she says that she can't drive today because of some problem with her leg. She then goes to her mother Angela, who agrees to drop her off at school. Now they were going to school when Char tells her that they need food in the house. But Angela was lost somewhere and she was about to hit a horse. But in the end moment, Char turns the steering and they nearly escape an accident. Next, we see Char in her class, where her teacher makes a girl named Susan sit with her. Now Susan is a bully girl. She takes out chewing gum from her mouth and sticks it on Char's notebook. Next, we see Char on her way back home from school when she sees her mother's car in a field. She sees that the door was open but Angela was not there. Now an officer named Jenny is asking some questions to Char when Rita's son Aaron comes there. Jenny tells him that they can't do anything as it's only been a few hours. Then Aaron asks Char to bring some pictures of Angela, after which they decide to find her themselves. Here Char tells Aaron that Angela had said in the car that she cannot do this anymore. Now Char is looking for Angela when she finds Susan and some of her friends. She snatches the photo of her mother and a girl named Kelly starts burning it. This makes Char very angry, but she quietly takes the photo and leaves from there. Now at night, Char is watching TV and Rita is making a ball out of leaves. She gives it to Char and says that she has made it for her protection. Then she goes to sleep and tells Char that her mother will come back. Now Char was missing her mother a lot, so she starts remembering some of her childhood moments with her mother. But then she sees someone sitting on her mother's bed, who is covered with a bedsheet. When Char removes the sheet, she sees a terrible Angela. But then she wakes up and it was just a nightmare. Then she hears some sounds, following which she goes downstairs and sees that someone is sitting in the kitchen, and it is actually Angela. Now the next day Aaron comes home with some groceries and Angela's medicine. But he forgets to bring a prescription, which Char says that she will get it. Next, Char is returning home with medicine when Susan apologizes to her for yesterday. But Char doesn't show interest in talking to her. After which Susan's dad tells her that he doesn't want her to talk to Char. Now Char comes back home and Rita tells her that her mother is resting, and she is going to meet a friend and will be back soon. After this, Char puts the medicine outside Angela's room. Next, we see that Char is drawing while sitting in her room when she hears some sound. When she goes downstairs, Angela is cooking in the kitchen. Now Angela was looking a bit changed here, like her way of dressing, her way of talking, and she starts dancing too. Now Char feels very happy seeing this and both of them start dancing together. Just then Rita also comes home and Angela asks Char to set the table for dinner. Then after some time, Rita comes to the kitchen and deliberately drops the food pot. Just then, Aaron comes home and sees Angela putting spilled food into the pot. After this, they are all having dinner when Angela and Rita are staring at each other. Then Angela starts eating chips in some strange way. After talking for a while, Char brings Angela to sign the form to go on a trip. But Rita notices that she signs in a very strange way. Now when Char is lying in her room at night, she sees that Angela goes to the bathroom and starts vomiting. After this, she starts doing some strange movements and then puts her entire hand inside her mouth. Seeing this, Char gets very scared and goes to her bed and lies down. Just then Angela comes to her room but Char starts pretending to sleep. Next, we see that Angela is dropping her medicines in the wash basin. She then starts making powder by grinding it from a glass, then mixing it with tea, and giving it to Aaron. She tells Aaron that she is going for a walk, which Aaron allows her. On the other hand, Char is on her way back home from school when some children stop her. Here Kelly asks her about the mark on her face, to which Char says that it is a birthmark. But the girl says that it looks like a burn mark. Now she starts scaring her to burn her face and she is about to do so. But then Angela comes there and punches her down, after which they all run away from there. Now Char asks her why she did this, to which Angela says that she should not let people treat her like that. Char asks her where she had gone, to which Angela says that she cannot tell her at the moment. They were at the edge of a lake, where Angela tells her that she used to come here with her when she was a baby, and then she gets down into the lake. Now Char gets upset seeing this and she starts going after her to stop her. But then Char sees that Angela has gone underwater and suddenly she drags her inside the water. Char somehow escapes and comes out of the water. Now both of them are on their way back home when Char sees Rita calling for help. She goes there running and sees that Aaron was having a stroke. Rita calls the ambulance while Angela is just standing there watching it all. Then the medical help reaches there and takes Aaron to the hospital. But Angela plays very loud music in the house and then starts dancing. Seeing this, Char could not understand why she is doing this. She tells her to stop all this. But Angela now starts dancing like crazy. She tries to force Char to dance with her, but she somehow frees herself and now she was very much scared. Angela starts dancing by slamming her foot, which breaks her ankle and she falls down and starts laughing. After this she starts screaming loudly and then looks at Char. Seeing this, Char starts running from there and we see Angela is coming after her. But Char comes to her room and closes the door. Now the next day Char is sitting ready to go to school, but she was afraid to leave the room. But she dares to come out and go to school. Next, Char finds Kelly on the school trip, where she lets her know that her father told her that when she was a baby, her family tried to burn her because they didn't want her. But then Susan comes there and asks the girls to leave Char alone. After that, the girl leaves there. On the other hand, the doctor tells Rita that Aaron had a lithium overdose, which Rita gets shocked to hear. Then we see that she is sitting near Aaron and burning the ball of protection, after which she puts it under his bed. On the other hand, we see that Susan and Char have become friends and they are sharing their problems with each other. Here Char invites her for dinner at her home, to which she agrees. Now Rita is sitting at home when Char comes home with Susan. She introduces Susan to Rita, but Rita already knew her. She tells her that today they are having a family dinner, so it would be better if she goes to her home. To which Char says that she wants her to have dinner with them. Now Rita asks Char to talk for 1 minute, on which Char asks Susan to wait for her in the kitchen. Now Susan is in the kitchen when she sees a photo and here we see a woman behind her. The woman puts her hand on Susan's shoulder and asks her to leave from there. On the other hand, Rita is trying to convince Char that she should invite Susan for dinner some other day. And then Char sees that Susan leaves her house without saying anything. Now she angrily comes to Rita who tells her that she wants to tell her some things. Then Rita tells Char that Angela was very young when she gave birth to her. One night she took her out for a walk in the buggy, but when she came back, she was not with her. Angela could not remember where she had been and then they found her near the river. But when they brought her home, they couldn't believe that she is a changeling, and only to send the changeling back, she kept her near the fire. Now Char gets very angry after hearing this. But here Rita tells her that the ones who took her are vengeful things and they have come back for her. Then they hear some sound from above, on which Rita tells her that it's not her mother up there, it's something else. But Char does not listen to her and runs towards Angela's room. But the room was locked. Rita tries to convince her and says that she needs to believe her. Then Rita tells her that it might not look like her mother anymore. When they got inside the room, Char sees that Angela was tied to the bed and candles were burning all around her. Now suddenly Char starts to untie her, on which Rita tries to stop her, but she throws her out of the room and locks the door. After this she unties one of Angela's hands and then she looks in the mirror, where she sees Angela's demonic form. Char then opens the door and comes out, behind which Angela is standing. Angela comes out of the room and locks Char in her room, after which we hear some voices from outside. Char tries to open the door and then Rita's ghost comes to her and tells her to burn it. Now the next morning when Char comes down from her room, she sees Rita lying dead on the chair. And then Angela comes from behind and goes to call the ambulance. Char goes after her and sees that she is choking, and then blood comes out of her mouth along with a huge tooth. Now seeing this, Char gets very scared and then someone comes to their door, and it is Susan. Now Susan sees Angela and understands that something is wrong here, so she runs away from there with Char. Then Susan packs some clothes for her and says that she has to leave here. She says that after what she has seen in that house, she cannot go back there. Char tells her that her grandmother had told her that if she didn't do anything, she would lose her mother forever. She has to bring it to fire. On the other hand, we see that Angela's hair and body skin were coming out. After this we see Char and Susan going towards a pile of wood, and they decide to bring the demon there and burn it. Now it was Halloween night and everyone was celebrating it when we see Angela limping down the road looking for Char. Then Char calls her from behind. Seeing that, she starts running after her. Char then comes running to the pile of wood, but there instead of Susan, Kelly and her friends are there, and they have come here to take revenge on her on that day. They put her inside the pile of wood and Kelly is about to set her on fire, but Amanda stops her from doing so. Then Angela comes there. Seeing that, everyone runs away and we see that she was completely changed. Char is also scared of seeing her, and then Angela also comes to her there. She traps her in her words and agrees her go with her. But then Susan comes there and gives her a lighter and a can of gas. But Demon tries to trap her again by taking the form of her mother, to which Char says that she is not her mother, and then she sets it on fire. Then with the help of Susan, Char comes out of that pile of wood and both of them see the demon burning in front of their eyes. Now in the next scene we see Aaron, where Officer Jenny tells him that they did not find Angela's body in the burn heap. Only then do we see that Angela comes back home, which Char is very happy to see. After this we see Char making the same protection ball that Rita had made for her. Here we get to know that they are shifting home, and then Angela comes to her to whom she gives that protection ball and says that it will keep her safe. And the movie ends here. Thanks for watching.